Every morning, millions of individuals begin their day by preparing ginger tea or incorporating it into a nutritious shake, confident they are effectively managing their body's inflammatory response. The wellness sphere has dedicated decades to positioning ginger as an exceptional anti inflammatory powerhouse, and a significant body of scientific literature actually validates many of these core assertions. However, a fundamental disconnect exists between the impressive outcomes documented within controlled research settings and the relatively modest improvements most people observe in their day to day lives. The key to resolving this puzzle has been overlooked in plain sight, and grasping this concept has the potential to completely revolutionize your personal strategy for combating chronic inflammation. This is the simple truth that comprehensive research unveils, yet remains misunderstood by the majority. Ginger, when consumed in isolation, is unable to successfully address all the biological pathways through which inflammation impacts your system. By relying on it alone, you are only accessing a small fraction of its true therapeutic capacity. This isn't mere conjecture or theory. It is strongly supported by peer reviewed scientific investigations demonstrating that a specific targeted combination can dramatically amplify ginger's efficacy in ways that genuinely appear astonishing. Today, we are going to dive deep into the specific biochemical science explaining precisely why ginger falls short when used as a solitary agent. More importantly, I will provide you with the exact three component formula, the specific ingredients, and the science behind them that finally unlocks its total anti inflammatory potential. If you are currently struggling with persistent joint discomfort, frustrating digestive issues, chronic exhaustion, or that pervasive mental sluggishness known as brain fog, the details I am about to share could very well be the critical breakthrough you've been searching for. The underlying science is robust, the resulting health benefits are measurable, and the overall solution is remarkably easy to integrate into your routine. Before we delve into the core of the secret, if you're just finding us, know that you've arrived at a community that is deeply dedicated to providing evidence based health strategies that consistently deliver tangible results. Our unwavering commitment is to strip away the marketing hype, bringing you only information that is rigorously supported by genuine scientific research. Be sure to hit that subscribe button right now and activate the notification bell so you never miss any of our comprehensive deep dive videos where we uncover profound health truths that can make a genuine difference in your life. And here's something we love doing to connect with our global audience. Please take a moment and drop a comment right now telling us which country you are watching from. We are proud to have viewers spanning the entire globe, and knowing your location helps us develop content that resonates with our worldwide community. Now, let's go ahead and uncover the ginger secret that changes absolutely everything. Let's first establish what makes ginger inherently effective. Ginger's biological power stems from a group of active compounds known as gingerols and shogalls. Research has rigorously established their anti inflammatory characteristics across numerous studies. Scientific journals confirm that these compounds specifically target and inhibit cyclooxygenase 2, more commonly known as COX2, which is the very same enzyme many pharmaceutical anti inflammatory drugs are designed to block. When you consume ginger, the gingerols suppress this enzyme's activity, which in turn significantly decreases the production of inflammatory prostaglandins in your body. Furthermore, ginger's action extends well beyond simple QX2 inhibition. Scientific evidence demonstrates that it impacts the nuclear factor kappa B, NFKB signaling pathway, which functions as a central control mechanism for systemic inflammatory responses. When this pathway is inappropriately activated, it triggers the creation of powerful inflammatory cytokines such as tumor necrosis factor alpha, TNF alpha, interleukin 1 beta, IL 1 beta, and interleukin 6, IL 6. The compounds found in ginger actively suppress this NFKB pathway, effectively shutting down inflammatory signal production. Multiple clinical trials confirm that regular ginger intake leads to a measurable reduction in these inflammatory markers in human subjects. The evidence base for ginger's anti inflammatory benefits is extensive, covering a wide range of conditions. For instance, Clinical investigations focusing on rheumatoid arthritis have documented clear improvements in both pain levels and joint functionality. Similarly, studies involving individuals with ulcerative colitis show that consistent ginger consumption can significantly lower inflammatory markers. The scientific consensus, built on numerous controlled trials, confirms demonstrable benefits across various chronic inflammatory conditions. However, here is the essential piece of information that most individuals fail to grasp. Ginger's effectiveness, when used alone, has significant structural limitations. While it performs exceptionally well at combating inflammation inside the cell, penetrating to the deep cellular level where genetic material resides and damage occurs, research indicates it is surprisingly inefficient at protecting the crucial outer barriers, the cell membranes, from inflammatory attack. This distinction is critically important because inflammation operates on multiple simultaneous fronts. It doesn't just invade the cell's interior, it also relentlessly assaults the cell's exterior protective membranes. Conceptually, think of inflammation as a two-stage invasion process. In the first stage, inflammatory molecules attack the cell membranes, destabilizing and compromising their integrity. Then, once those initial defenses are breached, the inflammation penetrates deeper, reaching the nucleus where the cell's fundamental genetic blueprint is stored. Ginger effectively addresses the second internal stage, but it leaves you entirely vulnerable at the initial first line of defense. This fact perfectly explains why individuals who use ginger regularly still experience only limited, frustrating benefits, rather than the dramatic transformation that the underlying scientific studies suggest should be possible. This brings us directly to the game changing discovery. The act of combining ginger with two very specific, scientifically validated ingredients creates a synergistic effect that results in a comprehensive, multi layered approach to addressing inflammation. The first vital addition is high quality flaxseed oil. The second essential component is a simple pinch of black pepper. Allow me to elaborate on the precise scientific role of each. Flaxseed oil contains extraordinarily high concentrations of alpha linolenic acid, abbreviated as ALA, which is a powerful plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Research published in prominent nutritional and cardiovascular science journals documents that ALA possesses potent anti-inflammatory properties, specifically targeting action at the critical cellular membrane level. Clinical investigations have demonstrated that the regular consumption of flaxseed oil reduces key inflammatory biomarkers, including C reactive protein, CRP, interleukin 6, IL-6, and tumor necrosis factor alpha, TNF alpha, the very markers doctors use to assess a patient's overall level of inflammation. What makes flaxseed oil so exceptionally valuable is that its mechanism of action fundamentally differs from ginger's. While ginger combats inflammation that is already active inside the cell, the omega-3 fatty acids from flaxseed oil integrate directly into the structural composition of the cell membranes themselves, making them significantly more stable and intrinsically resistant to inflammatory attack. Studies clearly demonstrate that these omega-3 fatty acids modify membrane structure, thereby reducing inflammatory signaling. When a cell membrane has a sufficient composition of omega-3 fatty acids, it becomes far less likely to release inflammatory mediators in response to damage or stress. Now, black pepper becomes essential for a different reason entirely. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound scientifically validated as an exceptionally effective bioavailability enhancer. The discovery of piperine was a significant breakthrough in nutritional science. Studies confirm that piperine dramatically increases the absorption of many nutrients by inhibiting specific enzymes in the liver and intestine that would otherwise rapidly break those compounds down. Specifically relevant to our formula, research documents that piperine enhances the bioavailability of the gingerols from ginger through several mechanisms. It inhibits drug metabolizing enzymes, increases localized intestinal blood flow, and modifies the intestinal cell membrane structure to facilitate nutrient passage. Furthermore, emerging studies suggest that piperine may also amplify the anti-inflammatory effects of omega-3 fatty acids, making the flaxseed oil work more effectively at its target site. When you successfully combine ginger, flaxseed oil, and black pepper, you instantly create a complete anti inflammatory formula that operates on multiple biological levels simultaneously. To fully grasp this, you must understand the principle of synergy. Synergy means that the collective effect of the components is significantly greater than the simple sum of their individual effects. By consuming ginger, flaxseed oil, and black pepper together, you are not merely adding benefits, you are dramatically multiplying them through complementary interconnected mechanisms of action. Let's walk through the integrated process step by step. Upon consuming this combination, the piperine from the black pepper immediately goes to work within your digestive system. Research shows that piperine optimizes the intestinal lining, significantly boosting nutrient absorption. It increases blood flow to the gastrointestinal tract and stimulates the release of digestive enzymes. This preparation phase means that when the active ginger compounds arrive, they are absorbed far more efficiently than they would be alone. Studies document absorption increases ranging from 30% to several 100%, depending on the specific compound and dosage. Simultaneously, the flaxseed oil begins its journey through your system. The alpha linolenic acid it contains does not require the same absorption enhancement as fats are naturally well absorbed. However, the presence of piperine may still amplify its inherent anti inflammatory effects through mechanisms that researchers are continuing to explore. As the ALA circulates throughout your bloodstream, it begins incorporating into the cell membranes across your entire body, commencing the crucial process of structural reinforcement, making your cells resilient to inflammatory damage. Meanwhile, the enhanced absorption of the ginger compounds results in substantially higher concentrations in your bloodstream and subsequently within your cells. These amplified gingerols now penetrate the cell's interior more effectively, where they execute the deep level suppression of inflammatory pathways and protect the cell's machinery from oxidative stress. The elegance of this system is its timing. While ginger provides a swift, immediate response to active inflammation, the omega 3 fatty acids from the flaxseed oil provide longer term foundational structural protection. This multi level approach is why the combination produces vastly superior results to any single ingredient. You are simultaneously attacking existing inflammation with ginger, structurally fortifying cell membranes with flaxseed oil, and turbocharging the effectiveness of both with black pepper. It's like having an immediate response fire crew combined with fire resistant building materials and an internal system that makes both work with maximum efficiency. Each component plays a distinct and essential role, and together they create a truly comprehensive inflammatory defense strategy. Now, let me provide you with the exact, precise recipe that translates this cutting edge science into a simple, practical daily application. This formula has been carefully developed based on clinical experience with inflammatory conditions and published research evidence. You will need 5 easily accessible ingredients: fresh ginger juice, high quality flaxseed oil, fresh lemon juice, black pepper, and warm water. Here are the exact measurements you should use: 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger juice, 1 teaspoon of flaxseed oil, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, a small pinch of black pepper, and 1 standard glass of warm water. Let me explain the specific contribution of each component. Fresh ginger juice delivers concentrated gingerols in their most biologically available form. To obtain the juice, simply grate a piece of fresh ginger root and squeeze it vigorously through a fine mesh strainer or a piece of cheesecloth, or use a juice extractor if one is available. The flaxseed oil you use must be high quality and must be correctly stored. This is absolutely crucial because the delicate omega 3 fatty acids are extremely susceptible to oxidation when exposed to heat, light, or air. Always ensure you purchase flaxseed oil in a dark, opaque glass bottle. Keep it strictly refrigerated at all times and use it well before its expiration date. Lemon juice serves several key purposes. It introduces vitamin C, which is itself anti inflammatory, helps to emulsify the oil so it mixes better with the water, and significantly improves the overall palatability. Black pepper supplies the critical piperine, and you need only a small pinch to achieve the necessary bioavailability enhancing effect. To prepare this potent inflammation fighting drink, begin with your glass of warm water. The water should be comfortably warm, but never hot, as high temperatures can degrade the beneficial compounds in the ginger and oil. Add your teaspoon of fresh ginger juice, followed by the flaxseed oil, then the lemon juice, and finally the pinch of black pepper. Because oil and water do not naturally combine, vigorous agitation is essential to properly mix them. The best method is to pour all the ingredients into a sealable shaker bottle and shake well for about 15 to 20 seconds. This creates a temporary emulsion, making the drink significantly more pleasant to consume and potentially enhancing absorption. Timing is also critical for optimal results. Take this formula once every day on an empty stomach. You have two ideal windows. First thing in the morning, approximately 20 to 30 minutes before your breakfast, or in the middle of the afternoon, between your lunch and dinner. Choose the timing that most consistently fits into your daily routine. Understanding what to realistically expect and when is vital for tracking your progress and maintaining motivation. Based on clinical observations and research studies, here is a realistic timeline of the improvements you can anticipate with the consistent use of this potent anti-inflammatory formula. During the first few days of use, many people notice immediate relief from digestive discomfort. This makes perfect biological sense because ginger has powerful direct effects on the gastrointestinal system, helping to reduce common symptoms like gas, bloating, and general digestive unease. Research has documented ginger's ability to boost gastric motility and decrease inflammation in the gut lining. You might also sense a slight lift in your energy levels, though dramatic energy improvements typically emerge later as systemic inflammation begins to recede. By the end of the first full week, many individuals report that joint stiffness and general body aches begin to noticeably diminish. This reduction is often most apparent for those who typically experience significant morning stiffness. Clinical studies of ginger supplementation in patients with arthritis have documented measurable improvements in pain scores and joint function within this initial time frame. Crucially, the omega-3 fatty acids from the flaxseed oil are simultaneously beginning to integrate into your cell membranes, providing the necessary structural support and making those tissues less susceptible to inflammatory damage. As you transition into the second week, the positive effects generally become much more pronounced. This timing correlates perfectly with research showing it takes approximately 10 to 14 days for dietary omega 3 fatty acids to meaningfully alter the composition of cell membranes throughout the body. Many people report a substantial reduction in chronic pain, particularly joint and muscle pain. Digestive improvements continue with decreased bloating, more regular bowel movements, and overall less discomfort after meals. One of the most commonly reported benefits by week 2 is a significant improvement in mental clarity. That frustrating brain fog often lifts substantially. This occurs because chronic inflammation negatively impacts brain function, and as systemic inflammation decreases, cognitive performance improves. Research has clearly documented the link between inflammatory markers and cognitive function, showing that reducing inflammation can enhance both memory and mental processing speed. Energy levels typically increase noticeably during this period. When your cells operate more efficiently, free from constant inflammatory stress, your body requires less energy for repair and has more available for your daily activities. Studies examining inflammatory markers like C reactive protein have documented reductions of 50% or more within just 2 to 4 weeks of implementing targeted anti inflammatory interventions. We have covered a significant amount of ground today, and I sincerely hope this information has fundamentally opened your eyes to a more effective, science backed methodology for utilizing ginger to combat inflammation. The core principle is undeniably clear. Ginger is genuinely powerful, but its therapeutic effectiveness is dramatically multiplied when it is combined with flaxseed oil to structurally protect cell membranes and black pepper to profoundly enhance its absorption. Together, these three components establish a synergistic formula, comprehensively addressing inflammation on multiple biological levels. The scientific foundation supporting this specific combination is solid. Research has robustly documented ginger's capability to inhibit COX-2 and suppress inflammatory pathways. Studies have repeatedly shown that the omega-3 fatty acids in flaxseed oil reduce key inflammatory markers and structurally strengthen cell membranes. Finally, clinical trials have validated the indispensable role of piperine as a powerful bioavailability enhancer, amplifying the effects of the other compounds. When you meticulously combine these three essential ingredients according to the precise formula I have shared, you are creating a powerful daily practice that will significantly reduce the chronic inflammatory burden on your body. Remember, this information is not intended to replace necessary medical treatment for serious health conditions. If you are dealing with chronic inflammatory diseases, you must always work closely with your healthcare provider. However, this formula represents an entirely natural, evidence based approach to fully supporting your body's inherent anti inflammatory processes that you can safely implement alongside other treatments. If you found this video helpful and insightful, please kindly type the single word yes in the comment section below. That simple word motivates us tremendously to continue researching and producing valuable, in depth content like this. Your engagement tells us these deep dive, science based videos resonate deeply with you. Please also smash that like button if you found genuine value in this information. Share this video immediately with anyone you know who is struggling with persistent inflammation, chronic joint pain, digestive issues, or other chronic health problems. Knowledge is most powerful when it is shared, and you might just help someone achieve the breakthrough they desperately need by passing this along. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and be sure to ring that notification bell. We are constantly researching and producing new videos exploring natural science backed pathways to optimal health. We are building a community of empowered, informed individuals who are taking full control of their health through evidence based strategies. Thank you so much for watching, for dedicating your time to learning, and for your unwavering commitment to your own well being. Start implementing this inflammation fighting formula today, and please come back in a week or two to share your results in the comments section. Until next time, take excellent care of yourself, stay healthy, and keep learning. Thank you.